What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with another game on Marsh. 45 other maps that bloody exist in this tournament other than Marsh and Mediterranean, but everybody hates me. Team DoD are on the naughty list. Santa is not bringing them any candy for Christmas, that is for sure. Spawning in the right side of the map in the blue color, playing as Loki. His name is Shelty. His partners today in the red color, playing the voted by yours truly worst god in team games. He's playing as ISIS, and his name is Fox. And finally, rounding out the team with a very solid pick, playing as Odin. His name is Scotty. Their opponents are the oldest boys to have ever boyed while being old. Yes, it's some call these boys smart, very innovative. Some might say they have a little bit of a tough time walking down the stairs in the morning. Like getting out of bed seems to be a little bit rough. I'm on a tangent here. Thank you for the 14 months, Bennett, but I'm trying to explain what's going on in the old boy's head. They've just had a very rough game against DoD where they got absolutely demolished by DoD on River Styx, and now they need to go see their physio, their weekly physio appointment, to get the back lubricated so that they can yet again stand up to the power that is DoD here. Anyways, onwards and upwards. We've got Wiz spawning in here, playing as Loki. In the purple color, playing as Kronos, we do have Corono JJ. And finally, rounding out the team composition here, we do have Ryfang playing as Zeus. An interesting composition here from the old boys. An interesting composition from the deities of death as well. And honestly, they've actually come into this with arguably a very, very decent setup. But let's just talk about what we might be able to see here from Team DoD. So firstly, we are actually seeing DoD taking the time to move over here and monument drop Shelty, which is really nice. He's going to enjoy that. I'm not exactly sure what he's too worried about. I guess Kronos Rush, something like that, is a possibility here. Beyond that, you could also be seeing Scotty getting Kronos Rushed, but I mean, not happening here, it would seem. So that's really smart here from Fox. So he's utilizing that ISIS bonus to the max potential, preventing the temple from getting deconstructed, the towers from getting deconstructed, all the other good stuff, covering the low-key early game weaknesses. As we do see Chrono JJ popping his scout in here. And the question is, will they notice that there's a monument to the villagers here or not? That's the question. Now, the second question is, how much does this slow Fox down? And I think that Fox is going to be fairly okay with just advancing at like for a 4:45 or a 5-minute advance. Even a 5:15 here isn't the worst here for the ISIS, especially if the ISIS wants to go one town center and kind of match the pressure which a Loki could do. So that makes a lot of sense here as well from Fox. If you go for a 5:15 advance into a 7:30 heroic age, it can be really, really strong. We see this sneaky straggler tree, oak tree, chop down strat. Love that strat by Fox here. As we do see the Oracle heroes coming through. The Promethean starting to bash away over here, kicking Shelty off of that wood there. As now the big question is going to be, can Wiz deal with Scotty? Scotty, one of the strongest Norse players in the game. He's underrated. His Norse is underrated, that's for sure. Super, super solid. Can take anyone out. And we actually see Fox going for Anubis, which is wild. We see the Anubis, so he was going to make some, obviously, some Anubites. That's the plan. And Prosperity coming down super early as well, with the Pharaoh coming through. So maybe going to be dropping down a whole bunch of town centers as well behind this. So we'll see what's going to happen there. Is the counter barracks going to be getting moved in onto this position as one villager does end up coming down here. Shelty turning around, taking the fight just a little bit here as this villager is going to go down. So 2 villagers down there for the cost of 2 oracles. Is that worth it or not is the big question here as the Hersa coming through. The what do you call that? That's a classical age. The classical age does end up coming through here for Shelty, but lots of damage has been dealt. We did see a dead house there and everything else. The Oracle going to be going after this Hearse here, but almost going to get taken down as the Promethean Offspring going to be moving through here, looking for something to take out as well. Meanwhile, what is Raifang doing? Raifang going for archery range, military academy. So Raifang is getting involved in a bit of a rush here, but he's advanced really, really late. So one thing that Team Old Boys are going to have to talk about is how you're going to be able to support a Chronos Rush with Zeus. You need to get those buildings built really far forward here and get starting to attack much, much earlier, because guess what's happening? Priest coming over. The Nubites coming over. Fox already in to the defense over here as Not So Old Wiz is showing up. Now we do see a cheeky little forest fire coming in to Not So Old Wiz's bases. We do see that one getting garrisoned over here as the villagers retreating back into their main base. Does manage to keep his villagers alive, but there's nothing in the main base for Not So Old Wiz, as we've got the forward bases all set up over here by Wiz, and Scardy is already over here to help defend as the priests coming forward. We do see that Raifang is now in with his Jason and his Odysseus, as the Minotaur is going to be getting taken down over there as well. We see the Troll moving forward here for Shelty to help out. Not really too much to attack just yet, as the first couple of Toxotes and Hoplites coming in to this position over here, as Not So Old Wiz's Loki Cursor is sitting at 6 HP, managing to stay alive, but you are seeing a big problem here for Wiz, as his Cursor are getting taken down over here as the pressure is continuing to mount for Old Boys. They actually have the score lead at this point, but will they be able to hold on to it as Scardy is coming over here? He's got all of the help. He's taken out the Longhouses, and I'm not sure that Not So Wiz can really take these fights until he has a Hall of Thanes here with his Hearser. It's just not going to really work. As we do see the Anubite getting cleaned up there. The Watchtower is going to be getting taken down as the Ulfsark gets cleaned up there as well. But Raifang, Chrono JJ, Not So Old Wiz retreating back just a little bit, still putting more pressure over here as Shelty is getting into some really tough troubles here. Now remember, if you get tripling someone, that means that there are 3 different brains you have to be dealing with to deal with all of those potential raids and everything else that's coming in. But now Scardy is going to start thinking, well, there's no one in Chrono JJ's base. There's no one in Raifang's base. There's no one in Wiz's base. I can attack anywhere and get some good villager kills. As things do come along in this game, we do see a very cheeky temple coming in from Chrono JJ. A fake retreat temple. Can you believe it? Right in the face of this labor, it looks like Chrono JJ saying, all right, time to retreat and loosen up. But nah, not today, Sonny Jim. This old boy has got some tricks up his sleeve. We do see, oh no, run for it, citizen. Okay, he gets out, no problems. This guy's like, nah, I don't want to hurt Chrono JJ. I like that guy. Let's not kill his citizen. No problems. Now he's looking to come over here. He does get a Valkyrie spawn as Chrono JJ is now making the move over onto Scardy's base, deciding, look, it looks like we're going to go somewhere else. Raifang at this point, what's he doing? He's still pumping out his Hoplites, still pumping out his Toxotes. He's kind of struggling just a little bit to make everything start working here. Where are the green? Oh, that's where they are. I'm like, he's got units somewhere. His score is too high to not have units. So he's now in onto the Scardy base here. I love this coordination that the old boys are doing. This is exactly what you have to do if you've got these really, really strong armies, like a Kronos army, like slow armies, Kronos army, Zeus army. You got to be moving around and utilizing those advantages as best as you can. Now there is restoration. The question is, where are the yellow Hearser here? Unfortunately, we see the Hearser chasing away those raiding cavalry. They're running around the base here, not coming into this location. Now it looks like Scardy, DoD, Fox, and Shelty have managed to surround the Chrono JJ Raifang army, as they are not quite on the same page, whereas DoD are all over the old boys here as they are caught out in a very tough position. We see Chrono JJ turning around ever so slightly here to take out some of these units. These units over here getting taken down as they're retreating away. Another time shift's coming through somewhere for Chrono JJ as he has to work out somewhere to attack, somewhere to defend, all the other good stuff. We see the Terma retreating back over here as Wiz is in with his Hersa, but these raiding cavalry have done way too much to the old boys. Way too much of an overreaction. Definitely that attack was right. Just keep putting the pressure on. Retreat your villagers back into your home base. Eat the pigs. Eat the safe food and all the other good stuff would have been the better choice rather than trying to chase the raiding cavalry around, I guess. As the Hersa do come through, hit this house over here, at least getting a little bit. There are villagers right here that could very, very easily get killed as Raifang is literally retreating all the way to his base. He needs some assistance right now as the Hersa are coming in. These are Loki Hersa as well. The Fox is in here with his army. He's got Spearman, he's got Axeman. He's in a really strong place. He's got 2 town centers. Just living the dream here. As the Odysseus comes out, these units have to pull off this location. There are pigs in the main base for Raifang. He does still have some food to eat because of that. So we'll see him be kind of okay here. Still pumping out units from the archery range and from the military academy. But we see those the Valkyrie coming in. A little bit of a spy getting dropped down there, it seems, by Shelty there. As now Scardy looking to come and take out Wiz. Wiz going for a second town center. Chrono JJ going for a second town center as well. The old boys, they are what seems to be one step in front in terms of the decision making, but one step behind in terms of the army coordination. So Wiz, so old boys getting that town center now, going to give them that extra economy, but they are getting absolutely plowed off the map right now by the raids and the pressure that DoD is exerting. Fox is now sitting very, very happily up at his second town center. He's got his army. It's very big. He's going to be looking to go to the next age soon, I'm sure. Full population here. We see Chrono JJ retreating back to his home base. He does have watchtowers up, but this is not going to be enough to say, get out of here to DoD, but we'll see what they're going to choose to do. We see Scardy coming through for Scardy, funnily enough, as Shelty's retreating away. We'll see how things are going to go here as Scardy swinging through with his raiding cavalry looking for these villager kills. But now there's a town center and these boars not going to be too difficult to eat here. Oh, almost loses that villager. Does pick off a raiding cavalry though, as now the units coming through for Shelty. He's got the Hersa with the Valkyrie, and this is a pretty disgusting thing you can do. You can send your Valkyrie into the town center first, have the town center target that down, and then you can fight underneath the town center, no problems. Chrono JJ, nice positioning here with his Kyro Baluster, and he pulls the devastating. Chrono JJ pulls the path blocking maneuver and loses his economic guild for it. Oh, poor Chrono JJ. It's been a tough life for his Chronos. He's been a big fan of that maneuver, but Shelty too smart for him. As the dwarves going to be looking for another gold mine over here. As Raifang is pushing through, he's got to be super careful about that. He's super far forward, trying to get this town center up. We see Fox coming in on both sides with Shelty to boot. That's 6 villagers here. They're going to get taken down as Raifang pulling back. We see the villagers getting taken out. The Hersa coming in on this side. Restoration might need to get dropped here as flaming weapons does come in. There's just so many units here. Raifang is about to get absolutely cleaned here by this flaming weapons. He drops restoration. It's not going to be enough. His army gets completely destroyed by the axemen, by the spearmen, by the Hersa, by those throwing axemen. It's so much damage here. And Raifang is now going to be out of steam, out of money, out of units, out of everything. He's on the pension and he's barely getting paid anything, and that's just the life of an old boy. Once you get to that age, you just can't work anymore. We see flaming weapons coming through, or frost coming through onto this position here, hitting 13 dwarves, 17 dwarves. How many? 20 dwarves, 21 dwarves. Oh dear, Wiz. My friend. They didn't have to do you like that, my friend. They didn't have to. That is just the ultimate value. Now, Wiz does get to use his own flaming weapons, but I think he's still in the classical age here. As the unit's pushing through over here, Chrono JJ trying to hold on to this position, but we've got Battle Ball moving in. Raifang's gold mine has expired. He is in a lot of trouble at this point as Raifang does decide to tap out. Chrono JJ and Wiz will follow suit very, very shortly as the first series for the old boys comes to a bitter end with no way to get their win here, as they did their best, but in the end, it didn't really matter. DoD, too strong, too seasoned, and just not old enough. They've still got brain cells. They haven't lost all the brain cells from the excessive alcohol that the old boys have consumed through the years. So that's life. That's a thing. And yes. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit the subscribe button. And I can't speak properly. I'll see you guys in the next game. Bye.